Good afternoon, YouTube. Hope everybody's doing well. I myself am doing okay. Decided to make a video and talk about some of the gun control bullshit going on right now in light of the recent El Paso shooting and the shooting in my own home state of Ohio. I live in Richland County. The shooting was in Dayton, actually a city that I worked in for 7 or 8 years. Twice a year I would be there for multiple months doing fundraisers for the police, actually calling Bellbrook, which is where the shooter was from. I find it fucking hilarious. I've been watching a lot of people talk on it, and of course as soon as something like this happens, everybody starts calling for gun control and this, that, and the other, take everybody's fucking guns away. And I think I heard it best when there was a man talking at a town hall meeting, and when these things happen, the first people that you folks start punishing is the hard-working American folks that follow the fucking law. Because those are the only goddamn guns you know about. The illegal guns that are obtained illegally, you don't know about. You can't go and fucking collect those. Furthermore, if you call for people to bring their guns in, do you think that Joe Schmo Crypt or Blood is taking his fucking automatic MAC-10 down to turn it in, or do you think that's more so going to be Mr. Johnson next door trying not to get in trouble? You know, there's a lot of scary shit with these red flag laws that you should look into, because if they pass these motherfuckers, man, you might as well fucking just shit right on the Second Amendment. It's right out the window. Basically, they can say a conspiracy theory, if I believe in a conspiracy theory, which I believe in quite a few, that I'm a terrorist, a domestic terrorist. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously? But the fact of the matter comes down to, this isn't a gun problem, folks. This is a people problem. And then they try to smear the narrative of white supremacy this and white supremacy that. Now, truth be told, the guy that shot people up here in Ohio was a leftist that hated Trump. Hated him. So that shows you right there. The shooter in El Paso was a fucking idiot fucking Nazi, from what I've read. You know, don't hold me to it. And the guy up here, which I've done my own research on, was a fucking nut job, fucking lefty. You know, the nut job righties ain't no better, but this one was a lefty. So you can't push that narrative that it's only Trump supporters that are fucking, going and shooting shit up. But it boils down to, you do punish the fucking people that they ain't have nothing to do with it. And all you're doing is stopping us from being able to protect ourselves. What stops bad people with guns is good people with guns. Because it's real hard to stop somebody with a fucking baseball bat when they got a fucking gun. Now, had somebody like myself been there that open carries everywhere I go, I do not leave the house without my 44. I'd have put one in that motherfucker, and it would have stopped him, or he'd have stopped me, one of the goddamn two. But the problem would have seen itself through, and if more folks were about fucking protecting weak and innocent people, the world wouldn't be the way it is. But we're more apt to pull our phone out and start videotaping something than to fucking act and try to stop the atrocity that's happening. It's fucking sick. But we turn everything into an anti-gun narrative when the actuality is, there probably needs to be more guns, man. People stop doing this shit. I seen that Neil deGrasse Tyson had to fucking recant what he said because he just stated facts. We want to freak out that 20 people died in a mass shooting when every day over 200 people die in vehicles, crashes. People die from cancer. People die from handgun deaths. I mean, just look at fucking last weekend in Chicago alone, man. More people than that died from handguns. And that's got some of the tightest gun restrictions in the country. That right there tells you that this is mental health issues, man. This ain't got nothing to do with no motherfucking guns. It has to do with people are fucking nuts. And pharmaceutical companies are jumping them up on psychotropic fucking drugs. Now, there comes a point in time when you people have to start understanding that you gotta wake up and understand what the Second Amendment's there for. It's there to stop tyrannical governments from coming in and fucking you over. It's here to fucking make sure that you can protect your family from a home invader that wants to come in and fuck you up. and murder your family and rape your daughter. That shit ain't fun. Shit ain't no good. But if you got a gun on your hip, it's a lot less likely that's going to happen. And to address the fact that people want to talk shit about AR-15s and call them a military capable weapon, it's not. Anybody that knows anything about guns, which I know all you leftists thinks you know something because you read something on Facebook, but an AR-15 is a 22 caliber fucking high capacity rifle. It is not by any means a motherfucking military weapon. Now, can it be used in a non-military setting to kill a lot of people? Yeah. But so can a shotgun. So can a 9mm. So can a 45 fucking handgun. So can my 44 fucking long barrel. I'd take out at least 5 people with that motherfucker. My point is that if somebody wants to kill you, they're going to find a way to do it, whether it's mixing fertilizer and diesel fuel, fucking catching your house on fire, stabbing you, fucking, they're going to do it. It's going to happen. So, the bottom line here is protect yourself, because cops are an afterthought. They come after the crime has already happened. They come after the shooter's already opened fire and killed 10 fucking people and people that you care about. But had you had a weapon of your own, you wouldn't have just been another goddamn statistic in a Walmart. And I feel for these people. I feel for these families. But more control is never the answer. It's gotten us where we're at right now. You get more of the same. Start thinking for yourself. Start questioning things. Don't just follow suit. Question authority. That's what you're here for. They don't always have your best interests in mind. They have their best interests in mind, which are not always yours. The people are supposed to govern themselves. We're grown-ass adults. We don't need people to govern us. We don't need father figures shaking their fucking fists at us, telling us what to put in our body and how to raise our kids. There needs to be less control, and you need to learn how to do these things for yourself and protect your goddamn self. The world is not really any worse than it ever was. You're just getting it fucking jet-setted right into your fucking living room every day, and you're able to view these atrocities on a fucking major level. It's always been this way. Do you think that World War II was a beautiful thing? No. And had there been social media, it would have been awful, because you'd been able to see firsthand all the bullshit, but you couldn't because the technology wasn't up to speed. It is now. So learn from these things. Don't backslide and take away fucking people's rights and freedoms because you're overloaded by what you're seeing. Change it. Don't give other people more control over your lives. Take the control back. Defend yourself. Take care of yourself. Feed yourself. Work. Take care of your kids. Teach them to be decent human beings that don't go shoot up fucking Walmart. It's not the video game's fault. It's not the music's fault. It's not the gun's fault. I've had this gun for months and months and months. This gun right here, I've had for months and months and months and months. And it has never gotten up and walked this little ass into a fucking store and went pew, 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 and fucking killed a bunch of people. Do you know why? Because I control this firearm. Therefore, it doesn't kill people. It defends people. The only time this weapon will ever hurt a person is if they are trying to hurt myself or my family. Pretty simple, folks. Now, like I said, it's an awful, terrible thing that these things happen. But that doesn't mean that you go off on some goddamn tangent and start punishing people that had nothing to fucking do with it. Because all you do is further divide. Furthermore, you're going to have a fight on your hands if you go to try to take red-blooded Americans' fucking rights away from them without cause. And not even if you think you have the right to do so, you don't. That's what we were born into this goddamn country and guaranteed certain rights, and that's one of them, so fuck you. It's that fucking simple. Fuck you and your ideals and what you think. I don't fucking care. Because I was guaranteed certain things when I was born into this motherfucker. I didn't ask to be born here. But I was guaranteed certain things when I was. So, fuck you. You don't get to decide that I don't get my rights because you're upset about something. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day. Use your brain for something other than filler between your fucking ears, and think for yourself. Happy Thursday.